Now, the rising cost of living is largely driven by escalating fuel prices, and many are trying to cut costs. Authorities in the Western Cape have warned motorists to be vigilant of alleged fuel-saving scams that could cost them in the long run. In the latest trend, vehicle owners in the province have been lured with devices installed in cars such as fuel additives, magnets and airflow modifiers with the intention to save money on fuel. But the devices aren't fully tested and officials warn could damage a car's engine. Now, reporter Natalie Malgas joins us now. Natalie, good afternoon and thank you for joining us. Now, we're seeing that the rising cost of fuel prices is giving a rise to alternatives when it comes to petrol.
That's right, Katlego. In fact, we've spoken to many motorists already who said they're considering any one of these options on the market at the moment, all in a bid to save as much money as possible, especially ahead of any more fuel price increases that we may see in the coming days. I, a little earlier, even spoke to someone from the Mitchell's Plain Taxi Forum who said he too had tried it in his fleet and in the long run it didn't work out to be all that beneficial. In fact, it caused quite a lot of damage to the car's engine, his vehicle's engines. Right now I'm standing in Bellville at the headquarters of one of the taxi associations here in the Western Cape with the representative Natalie Malgas to talk about exactly what the taxi industry is feeling in terms of these fuel price hikes. How is the industry coping, and are they able to buffer the costs on the commuters, Natalie?
At the moment, the industry is really not coping. In the past, we have been able to absorb some of the fuel increases because they were minimal. But at the moment, we have seen huge increases and one increase after another. And we have been forced to increase our prices as well. And there's been an increase of between R1 to R5 for local routes. And then from the 1st of July, we have increased our prices to the Eastern Cape, the long-distance taxis, by R150, which is a huge amount for our passengers. But we've got no choice, really. This is hitting us very hard.
Now we're hearing there are options on the market for fuel-saving devices. Is this something the taxi industry would entertain? Do you have any experience in using any of these mechanisms?
We've heard about a whole lots of devices that are doing rounds, but we have not experienced with any of those because we are always apprehensive as far as the damage that could be done to our vehicles and our insurance on the other side. So if there would be a reputable device that is marketed by the manufacturers so that we don't lose our warranties on our vehicles, then that could be an option. But at the moment, we are just seeing all these things that are doing around and we don't trust them really.
Thank you very much, Natalie Malgas of the Klata Association here in the Western Cape. Again, really just reiterating what we've heard from many of the motorists of private vehicles on the streets here in Cape Town. We don't trust it for the moment. We've heard there are some things on the market, but until it's been tried and tested and verified, it's not something we're going to buy into.
Well, that's our reporter Natalie Malgas out in the Western Cape and Cape Town, Bellville, speaking about the alternatives that people are finding in order to reduce their fuel costs.